How you feeling?
I feel horrible, but I'm so happy. This is I missed an entire day with them, or
Yeah.
2 days.
Like a day. I had one maybe a day and a half.
I got really sick after my C-section. I was throwing up, and I got pulmonary edema, which means I have liquid in my lungs, and it's just awful. Preeclampsia, awful. But I'm so happy to be home. This is Sydney.
Say hi to Sydney. Little precious face.
You know, her hair isn't as dark as I thought it was. It's got a little tint to it.
Yeah, they actually told me earlier, they said it might be blonde, and I was like, oh, okay.
Like, even like a strawberry blonde.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so swollen. I said it'll go away soon, but
You look better than you did yesterday.
this is honestly, it was like, I don't ever want to give birth again. It was so difficult, and I'm in so much pain. But it was worth it for these 2 babies.
I was gonna say, how do you feel right now?
So happy. You happy?
I'll show you, and then if you want to take over, feel free.
Okay. I'll probably let you do it this first time because I'm in a lot of pain right now.
You clean one eye,
Okay.
and then you use a different side to clean the other eye.
Yep.
Okay.
No soap on the face.
Okay.
Don't be surprised if she has another tube by the end of the day. This one's really not sticking. And
Okay.
I know she's kind of handy too.
Yeah. So is her sister.
They look similar.
I
Yeah.
mean, they're supposed to be identical, but I have only seen Savannah once, twice.
Now that Savannah, I think Savannah had some swelling in her face, but now that that's kind of gone down, they definitely look similar.
I need to sit down.
All right, you good, babe?
We can move closer. I know I moved you right into the light, didn't I?
She's like, that's okay. I like this water. Well, that was her first bath. Obviously, she thoroughly enjoyed it.
Do you feel comfortable enough to hold her over this so you can wash her hair?
Here, let me turn this off. Oh.
So while they're here, their body will always get washed first, then they'll get wrapped up, and then their hair will get washed.
Okay.
They lose most of their heat through their head.
It's okay, little one. Oh. So this just helps with the jaundice?
Yeah, she likes that.
Okay, let's try this
I'm gonna
again.
have
Try to scoot
BB
in
hold
here.
her because she's leaving today, so.
Oh. Oh, here we go.
There
Okay,
it
let's
is.
see. Come on.
You know what? Maybe this helps. She doing it?
I think she's figuring what's there. There you go. Remember, it's like you're passing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you're passing because you're doing something. Okay. Is your mom there? It's okay, baby. Did you get some and you realize you were getting some? She's taking about 2 in the house.
Okay.
She's getting a little bit. Oh, Savannah. Okay. You want to hold it?
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
She's just like her mom. The camera comes out and
I think, I mean, right now that looks great. I think it really is positional too. Yeah. I guess those were the first things, so it's really all
nope, nope.
Can't pull that out.
She's got those long Freddy Krueger fingers.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we are on week 3 in the hospital, but week 1 after birth. So I gave birth on Wednesday, the 18th, and the babies are 1 week old, and it has been a difficult postpartum, to say the least. After I gave birth, they took me back from the operating room, and they took my babies to the NICU, and I immediately started throwing up. So they rolled me to the NICU so I could see my babies, and my babies were in 2 different pods. One of them was level 3 and one of them was level 2. So I tried to hold Sydney, and I had to give her back because I started throwing up again. And then they took me to see Savannah, and she was in an incubator, and so I couldn't hold her, and I started throwing up again anyway. So they brought me down to my recovery room, and they gave me some anti-nausea medication, but they kept me on the magnesium because my blood pressure wasn't going down. So what was supposed to be 24 hours on the magnesium turned into, I think, 28, 29, 30 hours on the magnesium. And so the next day, I was so sick that I couldn't get out of bed. Then the next night, I started having really bad chest pain, and it almost felt like I was having a panic. I couldn't breathe, and I was like, I feel like something is wrong. So I called the nurse in, and I was like, I can't breathe, and she was like, oh, it's probably just anxiety. And I was like, no, like, I really can't breathe. So they took me to get x-rays, and I had pulmonary edema, which is I had fluid in my lungs. So they gave me some medicine through my IV, and I slowly started getting that out. So finally on Friday afternoon, I started feeling better, and that was the first time that I went to go hold my babies on Friday. and it was really emotional because I hadn't held my babies yet, and it had been 2 days since I had given birth. And I would feel better, and then I would go spend time with my babies all day, and then I would get back and my blood pressure would shoot through the roof. So then they would keep me in bed and give me all this medication, and then it would drop, and then I would feel better, and then I would go back to see my babies, and then my blood pressure would shoot through the roof. So that is why I am still here a week after giving birth, because I just, they can't get my blood pressure under control. And it's very frustrating, and I just want to spend time with my babies. But the thing is, as soon as I go home, it's going to be hard for me to get back because they're going to tell me that I can't drive. So, you know, even if I try and take myself off of the medication and I'm not on the painkillers anymore, they don't want you to drive with your C-section scar. So I just have to figure out all of the things to do to try and be able to see my babies once we do go home. So it was a really difficult birth and a really difficult postpartum, and I do not wish preeclampsia on anyone. It makes me never want to go through it again, especially because my postpartum was so difficult, and my time in the hospital has been a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And my husband has been here every step of the way, and he goes and he does feedings with the babies, and he's trying to work, and I really wanted that special time with my baby where I'm in the recovery room and I hear babies crying. We're in like a little pod, and I hear babies crying all around me because they get to go to the nursery, and then they go and they see their mom and dad, and then they spend time in bed together and they bond, and I don't get that, and it's kind of it's difficult. So I get to pump, which is like, actually I have it right here. There's like nothing coming out. It's very small. And I take that downstairs to the NICU and I hand it in, and then I go see my babies and I hold them while they feed, and you know, we try and give them cleanings every few days, and it's just been really hard. It's not really the after birth experience that anybody wants or expects.